Donc, pour cet épisode-là, apparemment, il va regarder les yeux fermés, donc j'aurai les yeux fermés, libre à vous de laisser ouvert, de les laisser fermés. En tout cas, je re-regardais l'épisode avec les yeux ouverts cette fois. Je sais pas qu'est-ce qu'il va falloir faire. Vous aurez pour ceux qui comprendront pas l'anglais que ça va parler, donc du coup, gardez les yeux ouverts parce que vous aurez la traduction. Sinon, regardez les yeux fermés si vous comprenez l'anglais, hein. Pas rien vous dire de plus. On se lance, chapitre 13, Obvious, on est en juin 2010. Et c'est parti pour encore aller dans l'état, dans le cerveau de quelqu'un complètement perdu. Ce coda, ou cette coda. Elle est pas clean. On y va. Donc yeux fermés. Hein. Je vais essayer de tourner un peu la caméra, je sais pas du tout ce que je regarde, mais... Je dois vous avouer que... J'ai aucune indication au niveau du son. Plutôt épique comme musique. Oh. Plus de lumière.
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Aveugle, tout le monde est aveugle. Ah mais il y a une porte géante qui arrive. Non. Oh non. Donc on va ouvrir les yeux. Je peux pas appuyer sur une commande. Un ascenseur. Fuir. Tous les laisser mourir. Vérité, la seule façon de l'arrêter est de dire quelque chose d'honnête. Je n'arrive plus à les faire. C'est la vérité?
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Donc elle a sorti ça à Noël. What? C'est joli. Ouais, un arbre de la vie. Oh. Chaque question que je pose, j'ai un être humain, c'est chouette, ça fait longtemps que j'ai parlé à personne. Qui c'est qui me parle? Cathy, vous semblez perdu. Ah bah ouais, je te cherche. Ce bruit d'eau.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
Oh non, on dirait un point fini. Oh non.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Je peux pas le faire moi-même.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Vous entendez les pleurs derrière? Vous allez voir, vous allez dire que le travail est amusant et facile. Vous dire que le développement de jeux est simple et joyeux et que vous adorez ça en permanence. J'ai aucun choix. Quoi? Je dois mentir pour avancer. C'est la pire des choses.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me.
Ah non, putain, il est pas ça, ça je
I was
confirme.
watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him
Ça
so
fait des frissons,
trapped.
putain.
It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Pourquoi pas une direction de l'audio pas là-bas?
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to
Ah, je
explain
confirme,
it.
putain, je comprends pas non plus en fait.
I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
Quoi? Oh, c'est la première fois que quelqu'un est designé. Oh non.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
C'était une femme qui pleurait. Il me disait lui. Je comprends plus rien. Quoi? Vous devez savoir quelque chose à propos de la machine, elle se fait appeler Da. En fait, elle se pense comme une machine à faire des jeux. Ou ça serait son cœur.
And of course, it's the machine.
What? creepy. Et au final, tout ce que je réponds amène à la même chose. Mes disciples. C'est insane. Qu'est-ce que la machine, elle, enfin lui, le développeur, si on détruit la machine, on détruit Coda. Non, on n'est pas censé détruire Coda. Oh, c'est le spectacle. Quoi? Quoi? Non mais c'est sérieux. C'est réellement sérieux.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him,
niveau effet
and that all
négatif,
he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
C'est insane. C'est horrible, non? Vraiment? What? Oh.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
C'est pas sain. Non, ouais, comme il dit, c'est pas sain. Oh, clairement que la personne elle souffre, quoi. Sachez que je peux rien faire. Hein. Je peux pas bouger, je peux pas bouger ma...
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully happy.
Ok, là maintenant c'est creepy par contre. Ce serait lui, Coda? Non. C'est lui, Coda.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
Oh.
So let's take a look.
Quand un mec crée autant de jeux et que c'est son dernier jeu, sûrement c'est que c'est aussi la fin de sa vie. Mais... Putain. Ah, on retrouve un peu les anciens. Les tout premiers qu'on avait testés.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant.
Oh, what?
It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Ah, ça. Avec les bruitages déjà, ça va s'effondrer, c'est ça? Ah, je crois que c'était une porte.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Oh, what?
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Quoi? Ah d'accord, ok. Ouais, comme c'est creepy. C'est horrible.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
What?
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time.
Non, 3.
If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Ah non, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, ah d'accord. Un. 5. C'est quoi? 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7. C'est D'accord, ouais, ça fait des escaliers jusqu'à là-bas. Cet épisode durera longtemps, mais je m'en tape. J'ai pas envie d'arrêter là. C'est trop prenant. Une porte.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying,
Ok, attendez, petite
that's it, that's the end.
Non, ne pas. Bon, désolé pour l'interruption. Pour vous, ça a paru quelques secondes, moi c'était 1 heure entière. Du coup, j'ai fermé le jeu entre temps. J'ai relancé et il n'y a pas de sauvegarde en fait. Donc, je suis revenu jusqu'au point. On peut reprendre les chapitres, mais on n'a pas de sauvegarde, donc voilà, on reprend jusqu'au point et on se remet dedans. Donc, je me suis regardé la vidéo qu'on a fait tout à l'heure, du coup, pour me remettre un peu dans le bain. Et c'est toujours aussi creepy.
And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why.
Ah, on marche.
It's June of 2011.
Là-dessus, quoi.
I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
Ah, les 3 points.
And he wouldn't.
On les a croisés. C'est putain de 3 points.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed.
C'est insane.
Where did I screw up?
Ah, c'est notre narrateur qui se remet en question. Oh.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Urgence mystique. Ah, c'est chaud ça. Ah, c'est pour un truc que tu partages mes jeux, il va falloir arrêter de me parler. C'est chaud.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
C'est chaud. Il y a eu un bruit, hein. Je sais pas, c'était bizarre. Ça fait un clic. Ouais, d'accord, c'est des bruits d'ambiance.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
On aurait donc une réponse à tous ces jeux. Prendre mes jeux pour les montrer à des gens comme ça. Il doit donner quelque chose qui ne t'appartient pas, Dieu et les frontières derrière lesquelles je m'abrite. Faudrait-tu modifier mes jeux, d'y ajouter des lampadaires. Quoi?
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
Je cherche quelque chose désespérément, je peux te l'offrir, je ne l'ai pas tout simplement. Bataille pour trouver de nouvelles idées qui ne t'ouiment pas, les coups de... En vrai, ouais, on lit l'histoire du narrateur, pas celle de Koda. On l'a senti dans son thème de voix, enfin ça change au fur et à mesure, mais je sais que j'ai pas compris ce que ça voulait dire. Ouais, comme ça, tes problèmes sont pas les miens. Et c'est ça que tu finiras par comprendre que tu feras la paix avec les choses qui te tourmentent. Oh là.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Tu auras fini par comprendre de quoi je veux parler. Oh, en fait, au fur et à mesure depuis tout à l'heure, on n'a dit plus rien. Oh.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please. I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
En fait, tout ça c'était les émotions du narrateur. Ça n'a jamais été les émotions de Coda. C'est le narrateur qui modifie les jeux. Wow. C'est c'est bizarre à dire, mais c'est joli. On n'est pas trop habitué à ça, mais ouais, il y a des portes ouvertes. Ah. Une gare.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always.
Oh là là, il est juste en recherche d'affection en fait.
It's like a disease. Solution.
Oh, what? Il va vraiment pas bien en fait. En fait, le narrateur s'amuse à modifier les jeux.
If someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate.
En vrai, non, c'est juste qu'il...
I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Ouais, c'est chaud quand même. Enfin, aimer faire des prisons, c'est que voilà, il y a quelque chose derrière. Bon, quand j'étais petit, je m'amusais pas à dessiner des gens pendus, quoi. Non, je dessinais un soleil, une maison, et basta. C'est la même chose quand t'es adulte. Tu fais un jeu.
Now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are.
Oh là là,
they'll hate you.
Ça. Non, pas du tout ça. Ah si. Ah si. Non, je crois que j'ai trouvé l'endroit.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Exactement tout ce qu'on pensait depuis le début et notre anéanti en même pas un chapitre. C'est chaud. En fait, Coda va bien. Enfin, non, il fait que des prisons. Bon, il va pas bien dans ce sens-là, mais...
What now?
Maintenant, on est juste perdu dans la pensée du narrateur.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna...
Donc la machine...
Okay.
What? Je dois vous avouer qu'il m'a assez perdu quand même. C'est quoi ce cube là-bas? C'est minimaliste mais... C'est chaud, je trouve, c'est chaud. C'est horrible d'avoir la sensation de... Ah, c'est cette fois de tromper en fait. Hein. En vrai c'est lui qui va mal coda, il a rien. Oh non, pas un pu encore. Pourquoi ils ont un trou tous? Oh non, je vais faire tout le tour. Et ce lampadaire, du coup, c'est lui qui l'ajoute à la fin. Comme s'il voulait donner une fin à tout. Mais pas que les travaux soient inaccomplis. Chelou ça. C'est vrai qu'il n'aime pas que quelque chose soit inaccompli. Mais il cherche à avoir raison. Ça me dit quelque chose ça hein. Ça me rappelle. Ma mémoire est pas si bonne que ça mais... Oh là là. Oh putain. Vous vous rappelez du tour au niveau? Il est juste là. Cet éclair. L'éclair aussi on se mettait dedans, on sauvait énormément de gens mais on se tuait. Ou alors on sauvait notre gueule mais pas les millions de gens. Enfin les gens du vaisseau. Mais qu'il y avait un bug, on pouvait voler, voir. Voilà. Tout seul le narrateur il l'a interprété mais juste pour lui en fait. On s'envole. What? Pardon? Pardon? C'est quoi ce labyrinthe de ouf? Qu'est-ce qui lui a pris? Ça se finit comme ça.
Turn back from this cave.
C'est chaud.
You said, let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going. But the
Ah, très franchement.
cave goes for miles and miles and miles.
Ce jeu donne à réfléchir.
And you're so tired.
Donne à réfléchir sur tout en fait. Solitude,
But I
enfermement, tout ce que
know
vous
that
voulez.
you're strong. So turn back,
Un très bon jeu. Court.
turn back.
C'est ça. C'est vrai que je me suis complètement planté au début. Je me suis dit, c'est un peu la Stanley Parable, on va te donner des choix et tout, mais non. C'est complètement faux en fait. En fait, tout est faux dans ce jeu. Parce que vous voyez, au début, on va vous dire le lampadaire, c'est pour signer qu'Oda a mis une fin à ce jeu. Non, en fait, c'est juste le narrateur qui veut finir. Il veut conclure logiquement quelque chose. Tout ça. Tous ces chapitres. Bah vous savez quoi, merci d'avoir suivi. Et il n'y a rien à dire. Ce jeu est juste énorme en fait. Testez-le. Enfin non, vous avez suivi la trame du coup. Mais je sais pas, c'est... Si un ami qui a pas envie de regarder la vidéo, voilà, qui veut tester lui-même, qu'il teste. Faut qu'il le teste. Moi je vous souhaite une bonne soirée. Réfléchissez à cette vidéo. Réfléchissez à ce jeu, à ce qu'il raconte. Je pense que ça donne des bonnes leçons. C'était calme, c'était doux. Il y a des petits frissons quand même, ouais. Bah, sur ce, bonne soirée. Je fatigue. Une bonne nuit.